Hello, Dolphins fans and some Patriots fans. I'm AquaVeil, and this is going to be my Patriots at Dolphins score prediction video, which is going to be, a little bit depressing because to start things off, the Dolphins are coming off of probably the biggest slap in the face that they've had in probably a good long time when it comes to starting off the season, coming in with a chip in their shoulder, having a lot of people talking about them in the media, and then getting absolutely smashed. Completely proving everyone right that they're trash. And it sucks coming from a longtime Dolphins fan, not having been able to see a winning, like a good, true winning football team in a very long time. A team that you could know every single week, you could believe that they were winning. This was a team that came in last Sunday, got absolutely smacked on offense, got smacked on defense, and kind of got smacked on all the special teams as well. The coaching staff looked bad. The offense looked bad. Tua's getting clowned on again. The defense is getting clowned on. They even in the media when the Dolphins had a players only meeting week during the Tuesday, practice, that was even being clowned upon, saying that this was a sign that the Dolphins players don't even want the coaching staff around. Which I'll put the brakes on real quick. That is probably the most idiotic, dumb, unintelligent take you can possibly take out of that. It's the stupidest thing. The easiest words I can use right here. The least controversial words I can say as well. The dumbest of dumb these people are going after the Dolphins right now. When it comes to that, that is really dumb. Because players decided to have a meeting for themselves to get on the same page, to talk to each other about what went wrong. And you're taking that as this is a damnation of the coaching staff. It's not. You're a fucking idiot if you think that. First and foremost. Secondly, the Dolphins did look horrible. Their defense looked slow, sluggish, was not doing a great job of stopping the pass, stopping the run, getting to the quarterback. They did hold Jonathan Taylor pretty well. I don't think he got over. I think it was like about 100 yards. I think for him, I can't remember. I have to look at the stats. But they didn't do a too bad job on that. They didn't really do a too bad job when it came to giving up yards at all. So I can't give the defense too much hatred to start here. I can't. The secondary did a pretty decent job. Decent job. I'm not gonna say good, but decent with what they had, the injuries that occurred, and with how much they were on the field. Because they were on the field for about 40 minutes. The defense was. I'm putting a lot more of the blame on the offense of last week. The offense looked like ass. Tua was a huge problem, gave up 2 picks, gave up a fumbled recovery, and also almost gave up 2 more picks in that game. They gave the Colts offense great field position 3 times. 3 times great field position. That's not good. That's not good on the offense. The offense was not really moving the ball very well. It was going 3 and out. It was, well, not really 3 and out, but they weren't getting past the midfield. They weren't doing enough offensively, and the offense looked bad. Tua just looked god awful. He looked pure dog shit. He was a dumpster fire incarnate. I've already said all this stuff. I want to go out of the way and say this was a one time thing. I think the Dolphins are going to come back from this. I think now is the time that they come in and be like, okay, we are really fucking bad. We need to be better. And hopefully that chip on the shoulder actually finally, the huge gaping gap of an asshole that just opened up on the shoulder, threatening to rip the arm off of the quarterback, if you know what I mean, needs to be a point of contention. They are bad People are clowning on them. People are talking shit. Get your shit together. Hopefully this one game last week gets them to start doing it. The Patriots look good. The Patriots are going to be good. I don't think they're going to be a playoff caliber team, but I do think they are a good team, and the Dolphins should not go into Miami against this game and, sleep on it. This is not a time to be sleeping. This is a time where you just got punched in the dick. You need to start performing. And I think hoping, biased, that the Dolphins are going to find the way somehow and get the offense rolling again. They're going to start blocking. I know Austin Jackson's going to be out again with another injury. We need to replace him. We need to get rid of Austin Jackson. He's constantly injured. I know we have more injuries with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They're both having small little issues. We have another little bit of an injury with Achan again. Darren Waller is still not going to be playing, so we're still going to be down to Tanner Connor and Julian Hill. Why the fuck did we not, keep Hayden Rucci or Pharaoh Brown? I don't fucking know. But I think the offense is going to be playing better this weekend. I'm hoping they're going to be playing better this weekend. If they aren't, well, fuck. I think the defense, if the offense actually can, sustain some drives and equal out the playing time, I think the defense can actually do a decent job against the Patriots. I don't think the Dolphins' defense is as bad as everyone's saying. I think the Patriots' offensive line is definitely worse than the Indianapolis Colts line. I think the Dolphins, if they can get the defensive line working and they can actually get to the pass rush working, I don't think they're going to have too much of a problem getting to Drake May. I don't think they're going to have a hard time stopping Ramondre Stevenson either. I think the Dolphins could do it defensively. I would still be worried about Hunter Henry because the Dolphins do struggle with tight ends. We gave the Colts a really good game for their tight end. I think the Dolphins could slow the Patriots offense down. I think our linebacker core and our secondary is good enough, especially right now with Rasul Douglas coming in. I think, and Jack Jones being a bit more on the field, I think we have a bit better of a shot. I'm hoping at slowing them down. I don't think the Patriots offense is as good as how, the Colts looked offensively. But it could be neither here nor there if the Dolphins offense is going to give the ball away several times, if they're not going to be able to stay on the field. If they're going to do the same thing as last week and the Patriots have 40 minutes of time with the ball, I think the Dolphins defense is not going to be able to do it. I think if it's going to be a straight battle of a team of game right now, I think the Dolphins do have a chance if they can get the offensive ineptitude fixed. If they can get Tua working fine, if he can get back to prior Tua before, whatever the fuck happened in Indianapolis, if we can get him to Tua before the concussions last year, I think he's going to be fine. I think he'll come back and I think he'll perform okay. If the wide receivers can get doing their job, they can get separation, they can catch the balls, we will be fine. If the offensive line can open up running lanes and somewhat protect Tua, give us any kind of chance of getting close to maybe 100 yards rushing throughout the entire team, and maybe even get Tyreek or Waddle close to 100 yards receiving, I think the Dolphins have a chance here. I really do. Again, that's a bit on the biased side of it, but I'm going to just stick with that. When it comes to score prediction, where I think the Dolphins are going to be able to do this, what the score total will be, I'm thinking it's going to be a 23-20 Dolphins win. It's not as wild as I was saying last week, which was like a 27-14. That was just me being hyped. This week, if I can, it would be like a Dolphins win by a fucking field goal, if they're lucky right now. That's where I'm at the moment. I'm sitting right there at a 23-20. So I'm hoping everything works because because I have a bet going on with the Patriots fan, and I don't know if it would be really good to start my sports channel with Patriots dress in the final game of the season against the Patriots. That would be kind of bad. So with that, thank you for watching. If you like, leave a like. If you dislike, leave a dislike. I want to see more, subscribe, all that nonsense. If you have any opinions on this or you have your own score prediction, let me know in the comments below. I want to know. I will be live tomorrow around 12:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to go like 10 minutes before the game starts so I can get everything set up and get my Patriots fan friend in here and get going for the Dolphins game. And at about maybe like 10 minutes after this thing uploads, maybe approximately, we're going to have, a stream on my main channel on AquaVeil. So, with that, again, thank you, and fins up. Hopefully.